Okay, so we're just coming up to the top of the hour. I'm actually going to try and let RTY run on its own today. It's designed to start to switch on. It should go green at 9 a.m. EST. And then I might dip in and out of oil. We've got the oil pit open very shortly. The ZN trade didn't take. It's got to get the straddle within the first two candles. So when the next candle closed and it didn't take us in, that auto trader gets taken out. That the order gets cancelled. One of the criteria for this ZN trade on the gold pit open is it has to go in within a certain number of trades. Wow, copper's had a move today. So oil pit open in less than 1 minute. We're right in the middle of the range. There is an order already on for oil to go long. So even if I enabled this now, it wouldn't take that order in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable it anyway, in case it turns back around and we get at this oil pit open, get a trade, quick trade. The RTY is now active, and I've got a feeling I just want to let that run for the whole 45 minutes. So oil pit open all the way through to, okay, that order got cancelled. It's too quick. I was going to change that to MIT and I didn't. I might do that on the next live session, actually, on oil. I've got MIT type of orders on the RTY. But I didn't change it on oil today.
Orders submitted. Orders submitted. Order canceled.
RTY moved too fast. I'm trialing MIT orders today to try and get in a little earlier, as it were. Back testing, they look good, but you really need to test that type of order live in the market. So hence another live session today. So what order was that? Was cancelled RTY. Yeah. Yeah, chart trader is online. Oil's not moving. At all. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to disable that for now. So I don't want to short into support there. I am going to leave RTY running because I need to check these MIT orders. This is quite a narrow range for oil here. There's no data today, really. Should get a very narrow opening range. And the oil breakout, I mean,
Orders submitted.
no, I didn't take it again. Oh, it did.
Orders submitted.
Yeah, got it. There's really no action at all. It could be a very flat Monday today. Overnight Sunday was terrible, and early hours Monday morning for Europe. Nothing ran. It was pretty much. I think with the Sunday opens, you can either be fantastic or absolutely chronic, and it was chronic. So what trade is in there? Okay. Very slow. And this is an ultra fast scalping time frame. Nothing's running at all. Got a little movement in oil now. So where does that take us? I'm going to enable that again now then, in case we get a nice short coming back down there.
Orders submitted.
Okay.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
Okay, loser on RTY. Very flat today. Not a lot of volume anywhere. Oil's running a bit now. One of those Forest run moments, isn't it, really? Okay, she's good. More than made up for that little loss on RTY there. It was a $60 loss on RTY, and we're at 250 at the moment profit on oil. It's still moving. Push through that overnight support very easily. Okay, this is a really great trade, actually. Does it have the juice to continue down? Okay, there's no order placed on the RTY because it's above the minimum maximum amount of ticks. So we've switched the oil opening range trade to 10 minutes now. So at the 10-minute point at 9:10, we'll get an opening range formed. If it's below a certain number of ticks, then it will be a trade, but we're going to have to wait for that. This trade is going very, very well on oil. Again, if it's over a certain number of ticks and RTY, it will not put an order on. Who needs RTY today? This is a massive runner on oil, massive runner. Stop adjusts automatically. Job's done. Maximum profit on oil is hit for the day, $500. That's it. That's what I set the auto trader for, to protect and stop the greed. So just the one trade on the oil roller coaster has hit the max $500 profit for the day. So that's fantastic. One of the things with the auto trader is, if you're going to be using it for this ultra fast scalping, is to set that profit target for the day. So you're not trying to get more and try and be greedy and trying to keep trading. So that will not trade for the rest of the day now. That blue that comes down at the bottom just means it won't trade for the day. The only other trade on oil that we could have, which I very much doubt we'll get because it's over so many ticks, is the opening range. So the oil was fantastic trade. I need to share that actually. We're not really moving a lot on these indexes today. So when we look at RTY, if we just look at the strategies for a second, we'll see the maximum risk on the ticks is only 12. Okay, so between stop and entry, it's got to be, the maximum is 12 ticks. If it's more than that, it just will not trade. And that's one of the safety features that we build in. So this is going to run between 9 a.m. and 9:45 automatically. You can jump in and out of these if you wish, like I did with oil. That was I enabled that just after that oil pit open and got that nice move down, hit the $500 max strategy for the day for the profit, and it's closed it out. It won't trade again. The oil pit open trade, the range breakout, it is bigger, the opening range, because we got that big move down on the roller coaster. You can see there the range is bigger than the maximum risk that we're prepared to take, because when we back test, we see that range is over, I think it's 40 ticks. Let me just check. Anybody that's on now see that oil trade? That was fantastic. So what are we? Yeah, we're 40 ticks. So it's got to be quite a narrow range. But then when we think about it, when we want to break out of that range, we don't want it too big, because it might as well, you know, it's probably done its move for the day. Okay, we got an order submitted on, it's not, it's on a different account. Trying to figure out where it is now. It's on HG. must be on another account I've got open. I don't want to start moving screens around. I know I've got 6 screens and everything, but even they're full. I don't want to start moving them around. It must be on another account somewhere, because this order was filled. That's the latest order on there. Very, very sedate RTY today. Don't know whether I'll be here tomorrow or not. I'm still waiting to get a time, and I won't get a call until the morning for a meeting. So, and that's off-site. So don't know whether I'll be here tomorrow or not. But if I am, I'll just go live. Index is moving a little now. Okay. Very, very flat. The little pink just down here means that there was a data lag for more than 3 seconds. So during that time, you wouldn't take a trade. It's a safety mechanism built into the auto traders, just to make sure we don't get a. Oh, look at oil rebounding there. That's a nice little trade, but we've hit the $500 max profit for the day. It won't trade it. Again, you could change that. You could put that at $750, $1,000. All these settings in the back end here in the strategy. So this is for the breakout strategy. You know, you've got a lot of entry parameters, exit parameters. We've got the P&L protection, and part of that P&L protection is that $500 profit. You can change that to whatever you like, really. Training sessions, you can see at the moment that's disabled because I just want to jump in and out of oil. If I make 400 a day, that's fine. You know, whenever I'm around, I can just jump in and out. And then we have on RTY, for example, that is every day between 9 a.m. and 9:45. So when I look down, all days 9 a.m. to 9:45. That's it. That's the only time this will trade. It's an MIT type of order. I'm trying them this week or so to see if just can get better entries and things like that. But again, it's very, very tight max risk on there. And I think, you know, today may not be the day for RTY. It's not really in the groove at the moment, but let's see what the open brings. That might bring enough volatility to get some trades. One thing I haven't done, let me just check about max profit on this. I don't think I will just check if I put a max profit on this. Yeah, 750. Okay, and there's a max drawdown or a max loss of 500, but I've just made 500 on oil. So Brandon, if you are if you're able to be in front of the computer at certain times of the day, and I'm not meaning all day, I think the roller coaster, which you can see right here, we just took the 500 bucks, is probably the best auto trader, because you can jump in and out of that, and we do show you how to optimize that within the training bootcamp. But what it does is allows you to just click real-time enabled or disabled like that. Okay, so for me, I enabled it purely because we'd had a run up to test support and resistance zones that I put on the chart just before I went live, because I looked left and said, you know, actually there's lots of tests from above and below this zone. If it goes there, you know, I'm ready. So as that was going up and it was going towards there, I just enabled it like this, got the short, went down, hit the max profit, dead easy. Okay. And again, what I've done with RTY, for example, is I've only got this, I've optimized this and looked to the best time of day to trade, and between 9 and 9:45 is pretty hot on most days. And that max risk is where it should be at 12. Just trying to find the sophisticated trader. Okay, so we've got a short order now on RTY. Let me just try and find that. Did an M2? No, an M2K did not go in. So we got Brandon, just bear with me. So you can select just one. You can just select the roller coaster, and there is a training boot camp, and I would advise to do that and spend your first couple of weeks just learning, running it on sim, and just getting in the groove, because that's the important thing here. So I'm going to put the link in there to the sophisticated trader, and again, sophisticated trader for the lease for this is $300 a month just for the roller coaster. You can optimize and everything like, and you can see, look, I made last week on the Friday live session just around about 450. On the Thursday, I made 470. Today, and you know, I'm $500 up at the moment. Made slight losses on this RTY, which isn't in the groove right now, but I'm going to let it run. Because I'm pretty much covered in case everything goes wrong, because I've got a max loss on RTY of $500. So Brandon, hopefully that helps. I can't guarantee I'm going to go live every day because I'm quite busy. I'm actually flying to Belfast to play golf on the Thursday, for example, and pick up my look at my new puppy, my little English bulldog, while I'm there. So, but you know, if I can get on a couple of times a week and go through there, it'll look pretty good. RTY is in profit now. It needs to move, I think. It needs to test this support, and the price action needs to move a little more before the risk-free, before the trading stop starts going. No, you see, this is what I'm talking about not being in the groove. We're having small movements on this roller coaster. There's no big one like this oil here. Okay, and that's, again, that comes with practice and understanding that groove. And you know, now we're risk-free on RTY. That's good. Can it push through this support? We're looking, you know, this is moving. What we got before the open here? You know, I've still got 9 minutes before the open. You see, again, has it got enough juice to push through here? We don't know. We've not got a crystal ball. All we can do is get the right settings for this ultra fast scalping. Thank you, Brandon. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually. Great golf courses there, and I live in Spain, which is a holiday destination, and palm trees and all that sort of stuff. So it's sometimes just nice to go to a city and play golf in the countryside, and you know, something different. But again, I mean, look, we're good. Hopefully we're up on RTY for the day soon as well. The first little trade was $59.88 loser. We hit the max profit on the oil trade, and now we're looking You see the profit trace, the P&L trace at the bottom, it says 25.12. So that's your net profit for the strategy so far today. Obviously, that's where the price action is right now. If it comes back up and trading stock, will probably be around risk-free, sort of break even, sorry. You know, that's where we are with RTY right now. But I've got on another screen, I've got another server running with the M2K version of this. It didn't take this particular short. For some reason, the order didn't go through. Let me just check. I think it just moved a little faster. The price action, even though it's on the same Unirenko, because it's a micro, the volume's different. So it actually looks slightly different on the chart as well. If I just bring that over a second, we can see here there's no green at all. This went straight down, whereas we see on the same time frame on RTY, we got the order, it came up, and then it came back down again. So those that think that those micros totally mirror that that main E-mini contract are just, you know, it's not exactly the same. Yes, the overall the price is similar, but when you get down to this micro level on these ultra fast scalping time frames, this is Unirenko 135. You'll see when the market opens, this moves bloody fast, and you saw that oil move fast as well on 135. So you know, there's very little differences with the amount of volume going through, the tick, and all that sort of thing. It makes slight differences to how the chart looks, and that's why the M2K didn't get taken in. What we got before the open? We got less than six, about 5 minutes before the open. So the open is going to do two things here. If we don't get taken out before, it's going to take out a trailing stop, reverse and go to the moon, or it's just going to dump. Okay. So we will see. For the M2K, we hope it reverses, purely because we're not in a trade there right now. So those running the M2K version could do with this trailing stop getting taken out just before the open, reversing and getting a nice big runner into the open there. But we will see. Okay. I think it needs to run a little further to get us a break even. We've got no data coming today. So the volatility will come from the market open and how stocks respond, and then that will dictate where the futures go. But we have no, it's a very quiet day as far as data is concerned. Look at this roller coaster motion on the oil there. We got that trade, hit the max profit for the day, and then that roller coaster is coming back up again. Okay, that's taken out. Okay, so that trading stop's taken out, and that profit has been taken. So now we got to run. You know, we got less than 4 minutes left. This is going to be quite fast, and again, I'm running this on MIT type orders. So we will see how it copes with that open. We do have. Remember, we have that max risk of 12 ticks there. So if there's an order like there is right now, but from that low pivot to the entry for the order, if that's more than 12 ticks, you just will not put an order on. Okay. Yes. So yeah, looking at it, you know, at the moment, when you look at oil, that's in the groove. Okay. I had to reset. I did make $400 earlier as well. I didn't want to show you that because I reset it so I could make another $500. But the main thing is when you see these big moves, yeah, and the trading stops coming in, and then we hit those support and resistance zones, then we have another move up between You know, that's good. Big move down. You know, are we in the groove with RTY? Now, the M2K took a trade here. It took the long because, again, this wick is different. We're within that minimum amount, and that M2K trade is at risk free. So that's pretty good. So the trading stops on that one. But again, it's that slight difference. You can't use the exact same strategy on micros than you can on E-minis. And again, I think what you start to understand the groove when you're watching these types of trades. Okay, we've got the open very soon, very, very soon. So again, this is above 14 ticks. Okay. What is that order on this? I've got so many accounts running now. It's not on this one. Let me just check HG where we are. Okay. So when I talk about groove for the roller coaster, you're seeing a good up and down motion. This is not a good groove because we're in a up and down motion, and we've had one loser and there's been some winners in there, but there's no big moves like this oil. We're not going from one support and resistance zone to another. You know, in some instances last week, Thursday and Friday, we had them, it was moving a hell of a lot faster, okay, during this same time period. So we're, this, RTY is just not being traded a lot. So there's a bit of buying, a bit of selling. There's no real move where you can see oil. It's been in the groove today. I've traded it twice and made 2 lots of $500. The first lot was a lot earlier. And then we've got this one that I just did live here. So, you will get to recognize the groove once you start to use it. And again, for anybody that subscribes through the Sophisticated Trader, there is a boot camp which teaches you how to optimize. But if you're doing these ultra fast time frames, you've got to be in front of the computer to enable and disable. And it's just pressing that button. Okay. So the M2K took the trade for the long at the open, but the RTY didn't. Okay, so we've got the open now, so this should move a little faster. Let's see what happens here. I'm trying to watch the other account as well. I want to see the behavior on the micro as well.
Order submitted. Order
Whoa. There we go.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Order submitted.
Okay, the RTY is in. Just
Order filled. Order canceled. Order submitted.
right, we're not going to trailing stop here. Yes, we are. Well, that's fast. Very, very fast. We are up for the day now. Remember, we were slightly down for the day on RTY. It didn't put an order on there because it was more than that 12 ticks that we discussed earlier. This thing just keeps going down. Okay, on my other account, we've got an MES shorting. It's now risk-free. So this one is on Unirenko 3915. So it's not an ultra fast scalping, but it is reasonably fast at this time of the day. But that is in and risk-free. That was a nice trade again. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, the groove. Look, you just look, winner, winner, winner. This is in the groove. As far as a roller coaster is concerned, it's really, really in the groove. Whereas we're not really, yes, we're in slight profit today, but nothing is really running on RTY as far as the roller coaster is concerned on this ultra fast scalping time frame. It's either over that max risk of 12 ticks, and even when it does run, we're only getting small winners. You know, we're $35 up on the oil. We hit max profit, so we hit the $500 profit there. Starting to get in the groove. That's a nice trade. Again, what we can do when we go back and re-optimize this, we look at some of these trades and look at the amount of ticks. 17,023, 1701. So that was 13 ticks. Okay, just one more on the optimization, and we would have got that trade. But we need to back test that optimization as well. We need to understand if we change it to 13 or 14 ticks, how does it affect us when we back test? You know, what one hit wonder's not really going to do it for us. A lot of the time when I did the back testing, most of those max risk 12 ticks, a lot of the time we got to that max profit hit before the open, because obviously we're just out. And I think, you know, when I come back, we may next week, I want to run it for a week first, but I will look at that 1708, 1706. That was 13 ticks again. That is freaky. So this will automatically disable at 9:45 a.m. Okay, that's the time in which it is not to run anymore. So we've got a little while left yet. So that bounce back up there, just got to break even really, didn't really go. I bet you this was about 14, 15 ticks as well. 05, 037, yeah. That was 13 ticks as well. That was another break even though, it's not in the groove. We'll just keep it active until it switches off itself, because I've not got a crystal ball. I just don't know when you're going to get the runner. That's the thing. And again, if you're jumping in and out something like oil, like I have today, You've got to make sure if you walk away from the computer, you've clicked that real-time enabled, disabled type thing. Okay, that's risk-free on RTY now. There she goes. Come on. Let's get a runner. Yeah, come on. We just want a flat runner all the way up to the top. I can disable and we'll finish for the day. Somebody's listening. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. This is good. While I've been live, I am just going to disable that now, guys. Okay. While I've been live today for 40 minutes, we had one oil trade which hit the max profit of $500 for the day. Okay. That's why that blue's there. And then RTY wasn't really in the groove, okay, but we made 165 bucks. So 665 bucks today, okay. If you were to just get the roller coaster on the sophisticated trader bundle, which is basically just a roller coaster with all the training boot camp and everything, it's 300 bucks a month. Last Thursday, if you go back and for the recording of this, we'll try and put the links in. Each day I made over 400 bucks when I've been live. It's not rocket science. You just need to understand a little bit of behavior and away you go. I mean, look at this return short here. This is a good one as well. This is still in the groove. Still in the groove. See what happens here. Does it take that trading stop out and get another order to go along? Yes, it does. Roller coaster. Hopefully, guys, that has helped. I can't guarantee I'm going to be here tomorrow because I've got an off-site meeting and I don't know the time yet until they confirm in the morning. But again, I just did it again. Every day I come on, I use a roller coaster on the ultra fast, done a bit of optimization, but that's about it. Okay, really, really simple. Really, really simple. Hopefully that helps. I'll speak to you all really soon.